Yeah, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to welcome you to editing class. And in this class, what we'll be learning is, how to become an editor, the rudiment and the basics of film editing. So, just like you have it in our curriculum, that is the list of what we have to focus on in this class. So the first on the list is introduction to NLE editing system. I sure you have the curriculum with you, so you can flow along with me. And I want to take apology for not making this material, document material to be available presently now on the screen, but we have it with you, and as I read it, you can also go alongside with me. But very soon, we'll be improving on that. So, introduction to NLE editing system. Now, in this class, we'll be practically discussing, about how to start and how to build a long-lasting editing career. That is the necessary foundational knowledge that you need to have about, becoming a good editor. So that's what we'll be focusing on in this class, and I want to assure you, in the next 5 weeks, if you can pay attention to it, you will enjoy it and you become a professional. And I want to tell you, we'll be making it as practical as possible. So now let's quickly go into it. I want to take apology, don't mind our audio, because of the use of light and some other factors. So we had to record in a place where we have less control for noise. So we were sorry, just be alongside with us. So now, can we just quickly go into the concept by defining editing? What is editing? Now, editing in its simplest term refers to arranging and rearranging of footages to give a meaningful sequence. I take it again. Editing in a simple term refers to arranging and rearranging of footages to give a meaningful sequence. Now, what does that statement imply? It simply implies once you get your footages from the camera. Now, footages are the files recorded, the raw files recorded by the camera. That's what we call footages. So once you get the footages from the camera, editing now implies you rearranging it or rearranging it. That is, sometimes you put one, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, even though that was not the way it was shot. This cinematographer might have shot it, maybe it's in 10 first, maybe it's in 20 first, but you as an editor, you start arranging. Actually, when they are shooting, they also don't shoot sequentially in the shot. That is, they don't shoot the shot one after the other. They might first of all start by taking the long shot, whereas the script might be giving us, the screenplay might be telling us that what should start the scene is not a long shot, so it might be a cutaway shot or a close-up shot. So in that case, you have to arrange, even though it has been disarranged by the camera, you have to arrange it, then rearrange. I think you understand me. So rearranging and rearranging of footages. So that is what we mean by editing in its simplest term. After shooting experience, it is obvious that the scenes, now I'm reading from the material, after shooting experience, it's obvious that the scenes are not shot sequentially. The shots are not taken progressively, and more also, the whole sequence still looks boring and not exciting. There remains another professionalism in arranging and rearranging the scenes and the shots in a progressive and sequential order, adding some effect and creating the visual effect for the movie so as to achieve a meaningful sequence suitable for preview. Now, what are we trying to say in this concept? Now, just like I explained to you that film is not shot sequentially. When a DOP is shooting, it doesn't shoot based on what you have on what you have in the script. Actually, when they want to shoot, they prepare what we call shooting schedule. So based on how it could be convenient for them, in the location. So sometimes, because of the shooting schedule, they might be shooting some scene. The scene that ought to be the first scene, they might be shooting in the last day. and the scene that ought to be in the middle might be shot as the first scene. You understand? So they don't arrange, everything looks disarranged. So it is in editing now that you carefully arrange them and rearrange them. And when you are arranging and rearranging, you want to arrange it in a meaningful sequence, that is in a form, in a progressive, in a one by one order that looks meaningful. That is when we are watching it. If you just download the files from the memory card to your system, you will agree with me that, you know, if you want to be playing them one after the other, does it look meaningful? If you just take all of them to the timeline and just, you know, do it like that and burn it on the disk, does it look meaningful? I'm sure that it will not look meaningful. So you want to give it a meaningful order. You want to show it how the story, how the event, this one comes after this one, that one comes after this one. You want to show it. So that is what we mean by editing. And sometimes it has to do, you know, just more than creating more than, you know, arranging and rearranging. It also has to do with, you know, adding of sound effects. Sometimes you add sound effect for some scenes that are dull to enhance the emotion, you know, to enhance the feeling, the mood. Sometimes you add visual effect. In fact, some scenes, when you see them, for a layman, whenever he watches it, he doesn't understand it, because, you know, when you see someone, when you see them shooting a scene where they put a green background, you know, green curtain behind the person's acting or doing anything, you know, you begin to wonder, what does this one, you know, has to suggest? So to you, it has nothing to do with the story. So, but to the editor, it has a lot of things. So it is the editor that will now work on adding the effect. So it does some work with some visual effect, you know, to the movie. So the aim of doing all of these things is that he wants to come out with a sequence that is, one, meaningful. Then number two, that is two, pleasant and suitable for the audience to watch. So if you are an editor and you are editing something that is not meaningful, something that people watch and, you know, they say they hiss all the time and they are saying, what's the meaning of this one? You are not yet a good editor. So your aim is that you want to give audience something that is good and that can make them sit for long hours even to watch. So that's what we are talking about in the definition. As an editor, you must understand that if you have not made a sequence pleasant to watch, you have not achieved the goal. Do you understand that? If you have not made that sequence pleasant to watch, such that people remove it after 5 minutes, people remove it after 2 minutes, you are not an editor. Some ages past, editing process is a complex craft where footages are edited on a single straight order. Now I want to take you into I want to introduce something to you now, and I want you to follow me. Some years ago, when they want to edit, you know, look at the background of the video now you are watching. This is a workspace, so don't mind me. I don't get curious about it. Let me just show you what I'm talking about now. Like this workspace you can see now. Some years ago, editing is made on a single sequence order. That is, it is made on a straight order. That is what I'm saying is that it is made in a kind of line like this, on one straight line like that, and that is how it goes. I think you understand what I'm saying now. So that's how it goes. It goes on a single line order. And how do they, you know, achieve that? Let me take you back briefly into the past, when footages were brought to the studio. I'm talking about those some years, like a decade ago now. When footages were brought to the editing studio, you know, it is being edited by capturing process. The process of editing is called capturing process. A new tape will be inserted into a machine called capture machine, and the tape with the footages will be placed in another machine called source machine, and then press record on the capture machine to capture the footages directly in edited form. Now maybe let me be fast about this. Now what we are trying to explain is this: in those days, once they bring those footages on a film stock of like 25 mm, so on the tape like that, what they now do is that they look for they have two machines they use there. One is called capture machine and the other one is called source machine. Now they will place this tape with which they use in recording, they will place it in the capturing machine now, and they will now look for another machine. Oh, sorry, don't let me mix it up. Now what we are talking about in that sense is that editing is done by the use of a machine. Then the tape they use in recording at the location, now they will take that tape, they will put it inside a machine called source machine, and they will now go and take another new tape and they will put that new tape in another machine called capturing machine. That new tape will be a blank tape. So now on the capturing machine, they will press record so as to capture, it is on that capturing on that on the source machine. It is on the source machine that they have their the tape they use at the location. I don't know, maybe you understand, you get what I'm talking about. The tape they used in recording, they put it on the source machine. So on the source machine, they insert the tape. Then on the capturing machine, they press record. So the two machines have been rewired together, have been connected together, so that once they press record on the capturing machine, it begins to capture the files on the source machine. I don't know, maybe you understand it now. So it will be captured on the tape directly. That is how they do the editing them. And once they finish capturing, they remove the cassette, and they start they are through with their post-production. So though it is not I will explain to you how editing, how they used to edit it. So it is in edited form, but the idea is that is how they just do it. It's a capturing process of how to editing editing movie those days. Now what are we talking about? Capturing is done scene by scene. Now let me quickly explain what they do. Now on the source machine, in which there is the tape that was used in shooting. Now what they do is that they try to now let me explain to you how they do the editing process. On the source machine, where the use tape is being inserted, what they do is that they go to the capturing machine where they insert the new tape now, upon which they want to they want to make their master video. Now they go to the capturing machine. Now on the source machine, they look for the scene. For example, let's say the way it was shot in location was that on the first day of the shooting, let us assume that they started by shooting the maybe number 20 scene, the 20th scene on the first day of the shoot, and that was going to be their first scene. Of course, you are familiar with that. Sometimes, just like I told you in the beginning, that they don't shoot sequentially. So let's say they started by shooting scene 20 first. The second shoot that we have, let's say they shot scene 23. Let's say they shot scene 30. Then let's say they shot scene 5. And for the first day of the shoot, let us assume that they didn't even touch scene 1. And on this scene, the scene is arranged sequentially: scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, and like that. Now what they now do is that what the editor does is that the editor goes to the source machine and search for when they shot scene 1. So it might be the 5th day. They will be searching on the tape until they find the 5th day, and they find scene 1 in the 5th day. So once they get scene 1, that is when he will now go to the capturing machine and press record. So that is to select scene first. But before he even presses that record, there is another important process you must actually do. When you want to edit, sometimes they may start shooting scene 1 by shooting the long shot, and later shooting the close-up shot, and later shooting the MS and other shots like that. Whereas the screenplay might be telling us that the first shot to be used is CU of Mr. Halbert entering into the house. It might be CU, and now they didn't start by shooting with the CU first. So what you need to do is that you still look on that day 5 scene 1, where you look for day 5, then you look for scene 1 when they shot scene 1, then you now look for the CU of Albert. Once you locate that, then you now go to the source to the capturing machine, then you press record. From the record, when you press record, it will record that shot, and once it records it to the point you are satisfied, you pause it. Then you go back again. Let's say you want to introduce the next shot you want to introduce is long shot. Then you go to where there is long shot again, then you press it. Let's say you want to introduce again the next shot is MS. Then you look on that same sequence where there is no MS shot. Then you begin to press record again. That's how they begin to record. Once you finish with that scene, then the scene 2, you start looking for where the scene 2 is on the scene, on the screen, on the film stock, the tape. You start looking for it again. So once the scene might be shot the 3rd day, so you go back to the 3rd day, you look for it and do the same process. That is the process, with which they were editing them. And as they were doing it on the capturing machine, it is being done just on a single line like this. Just on a single, you can see my mouse just on that single line like that. So until from beginning, starting from the beginning till they get to the end of the sequence of the film. That is how they will start from scene 1 and they will do it. The process of doing it on that singular line from beginning to end is what we call linear format, linear order. That is something that is going on a singular line, something that is going on a singular order, something that is going on a pattern like that. That's how they will do the editing until they get to the end of it. So that is why they call it linear editing system. So what they do in decades ago is what we call linear editing system. But I'm sure the way I've been explaining it since, you will not have been finding it interesting as a craft, or do you? I'm sure it is not interesting. It is too, it's time taking, it's burdensome, it's difficult, in fact. And you know another thing, once you are recording on that sequence, I told you that you'll be recording it shot by shot, scene by scene. You'll be looking for the scenes, the interested shots and the interested scene to record on the source machine. Now let's assume that you need to record scene, you need to press record on scene 5 and you mistakenly press record on scene 4, or you need to press record on MS, you mistakenly press record on CU. You can't reverse it unless you start from the beginning. You will start all over from the beginning. It doesn't say you will undo like the way we have it today. You can't undo it. So you start from the beginning. So it is time taking. It is it's full of burden. It is full of it's worrisome and things like that. So they now decided to say, okay, what can we do? What can we do? So the process is so cumbersome that the editor begins to search for the simplest, the scenes and the tales and every other thing. So now they now come together that the process of following that singular trend was what they now try to change to what we call NLE system, that is non-linear editing system. So that is, we don't have this time around, we don't have to follow one order like that, one straight order like that from beginning to the end in our editing process. Now we can edit scene 2 first, and edit scene 4, and edit scene 20, and later after finishing the editing, based as it is convenient for us, then we start rearranging them. I think you understand me. So after everything, you can start bringing, okay, scene 1, I finished editing scene 1, let me bring it to the right place. I finished editing scene 2, let me bring it to the right, to the appropriate sequence. So you start rearranging it. So this time around, it doesn't have to be on the sequence just as you are starting that you must continue like that. No. So you can edit the way you like this time around, and at the end of it, start readjusting, rearranging it again. So that is why we say editing, non-linear editing has to do with arranging first. Then at the end of the arranging, you can start rearranging. maybe you first of all started, maybe just on your choice, you started by editing scene 20, and now after you edited scene 10, and after that scene 2, scene 1, and like that. After editing everything together, in an on progressive order like that, then you can now start rearranging. Put scene 1 to their proper place, look for scene 2, put it in the place. Since it has been edited, then you have the editing done easily. So that process now is what we call non-linear. That is not following a line again. Non-linear editing system. Now we say let me quickly run through some other things on a non-linear. It said in NLE you don't have to follow a pre-ordered pattern in editing your sequence. You can edit scene 10 as the first sequence and scene 24 as the next sequence, and start rearranging after editing each sequence to form an ordered or progressive sequence. So that's what I've just explained to you. So that is the background and the introduction to NLE system. So non-linear editing system, that is how it runs. So now we have softwares that you can use. So now there are a lot of softwares that have been made to do this editing process. Instead of the use of machine, you don't need machine this time around. All you need to do is get the software program for editing now that can do non-linear editing system. Then just set it up on your system and start your editing. So these days we have varieties of softwares that can be used in non-linear editing system, and a part of it is we have Vegas Pro, we have Adobe Premiere, we have Pinnacle Studio, we have Corridor Studio, we have Final Cut Pro, we have Wondershare, we have EDITING, and many other softwares that can be used. Now all of these softwares they are also used for editing, but amongst all these softwares, some of them are professional software and some of them are just consumer software. That is, some of them are meant for a good day job, for a good day filmmaking job, and while some just for little editing, editing of your photos or whatever, serious videos like that. So but in this class, in this training, we'll be focusing on the professional ones amongst them, and the two professional software we'll be using in this class is Vegas Pro and Adobe Premiere. Those are the two softwares we'll be using for this class. So that's introduction to non-linear editing system. I'm not going to take you far. I'll be taking you gradually in this training. So please carefully watch this video and ensure that you understand it. Take your question to the chat room and let us discuss it. Thank you very much. We'll meet for the next class. Thank you.